Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to show you my Xbox 360 game collection. It's been about a year since I last showed you my Xbox 360 game collection. And in the past year there has been a ton of amazing games that have come out for the Xbox 360 console. Can't wait to show you what I've been able to pick up in the past year. Okay guys, let's get started. Actually, you know what? I think I'm missing something. Velvet Assassin. This is a stealth action game with decent looking visuals. Lego Batman. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction, the Collector's Edition. When I got to go to E3 last year, I took my wife, and out of all the games she saw, this is the one that impressed her the most. And this is a solid game. It was just recently announced that this game sold 1.9 million copies worldwide, so it's glad to see that this game's doing good. Fracture has some interesting elements for a third-person shooter, different weapons you use to kind of manipulate the ground around you. You can, shoot something down at the ground and either create like a concave ditch or mountain, or like a small mountain or hill. Very interesting. Not the best game in the world, but something that's different. Overlord 2. This is a solid game. Very funny. The visuals are very good. Great storyline. Something that's different. You play the bad guy. Definitely worth picking up. Condemned 2 Bloodshot. Aragon. Tomb Raider Underworld. Army of Two. I did like the second one more, but all in all, the ending for this game was a whole lot better. The AI for the first one isn't very good. The game looks great, but if you have the chance to get this one or the 40th Day, definitely go with the 40th Day. Godfather 2, I got this game. It has a huge scratch on it. I went back to the business, and the business had closed permanently, no joke. And so maybe we'll be able to get this fixed one of these days. Mirror's Edge, a gorgeous looking game. I'm hoping that EA will do a sequel. This is very fun, very interesting, a great soundtrack, something that's very different. When I first saw the trailer for this, I was just totally blown away. And this is definitely worth picking up. I'm pretty sure you could pick this up pretty cheap. Lego Indiana Jones. Bullet Witch. Okay, I played through Bullet Witch. Now let me just say, obviously it didn't get the best reviews, and it's not exactly the most loved game in the world, but it is a very interesting and different game in my opinion. A couple of levels in the game I didn't quite care for, but there are some things in the game that I really enjoyed. It's a third-person shooter where you can use magic in the game, and interesting the story. And definitely worth checking out. I'm sure you could maybe pick this up for extremely cheap. And like I said, not the greatest game in the world, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Too Human. This game was originally announced to be a set trilogy and doesn't have the best controls. The visuals are okay. The story's pretty interesting. There was just so much hype for this game because it had been in development for so long. But to be honest, there's a lot of other Xbox 360 games that would be worth more of your time than this one. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. This is one of the first games that came out for the Xbox 360. Or at least the 360 hadn't been out too long when this one came out, and amazing visuals. There's going to be a new Ghost Recon game coming out in the near future, so I'm looking forward to hear more about that. The Club, a very interesting third-person shooter. It's different than perhaps your other third-person shooters, and there's still people playing this online, believe it or not. Prince of Persia. Assassin's Creed, gorgeous looking game. Viking Battle for Asgard. I don't think I'm pronouncing that quite right, but a pretty decent game. Lost Planet Extreme Conditions, or Extreme Condition. I didn't get the second one. I really didn't care for the demo. I love the first one. Love the multiplayer. I love the campaign. I thought it was one of the best looking games I'd ever seen. Perhaps I need to give the second one a try one of these days, but really like the first one. Crackdown. A lot of you guys know this is one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite games definitely for the Xbox 360. An extremely fun third-person action shooter adventure game where you get superhero abilities. You can throw cars and just launch people, tens and off a building hundreds of feet, and just so much fun. I haven't picked up the second one. I was a little disappointed with some of the things they did for the sequel, but I'll probably pick up Crackdown 2 one of these days. What do we have here? The next one I'm going to show you I really enjoyed, and that's Devil May Cry. I got the collector's edition. This is just an amazing game. Capcom did such a great job with this game, and I'm really looking forward to learning more about the next upcoming game of Devil May Cry franchise. Just a gorgeous, fun game. Dark Sector. This game has good visuals, interesting story, good soundtrack, a lot of good things going for it. Not the greatest game in the world, but pretty good. I think of the guy, I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen the show Smallville, but I think the guy who plays Lex Luthor, I think he does the voice acting for the main character in this game. Just totally useless trivia there for you. But yeah, pretty good looking game. Okay, one of my favorite games of 2010 so far, Red Dead Redemption. I've had so much fun with this game. Gorgeous game, amazing soundtrack, excellent controls. It's got tons of amazing things to do for online multiplayer, on and on and on. Also, Rockstar, they're a huge company. They could have gone the way of other companies and charged for things like co-op, but they didn't. They offered the co-op completely free, which I really respect Rockstar for doing that, and it really does pay. I heard they're just selling a lot of copies for this game, so I'm really glad I was able to pick this up. I picked this up, I went to the midnight release, got the special edition, and I've really been loving it. Gears of War, when I first got this game, I was just so blown away. I could not believe it. This game was so amazing. I got to play the online, and I really enjoyed the campaign. I was just so blown away by the intensity, and the graphics were just unbelievable. Gears of War 2, gorgeous looking game, amazing. I can't wait to play Gears of War 3. Epic Games, they really know how to make great games. They just did a fantastic job. There's still tons of people playing this game online. I think they were able to fix some of the issues that were plaguing this game. I played through the entire campaign, loved it. Can't wait to see what happens in the third game. Cameo, this is a very interesting third-person action-adventure game by Rare. Very interesting, very different. I think there was a Cameo game for the Nintendo 64. Correct me if I'm wrong. But very interesting. Resident Evil 5, gorgeous looking game. Kind of disappointed that it wasn't, survival horror. Didn't exactly put out the frights and the scare that the first couple games put out for the PlayStation 1, but definitely a game that's worth picking up, whether you have the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3 or the PC. Assassin's Creed 2, a gorgeous looking game. There's going to be another Assassin's Creed game coming out in 2010, and I'm sure it's going to sell millions. I'm sure it's going to do great, but this one's also doing very well at the retail shelves. This is one of the Burger King games, Sneak King. Not the greatest game, but kind of funny for the time that I was able to spend. You're basically in different towns, and you have the objective to. It's a restaurant food stealth game. If you don't like playing good games like Metal Gear Solid 4, pick up this one. No, but basically you sneak up on people so they don't find you, and you'll notice certain people in the town are hungry, and you deliver certain Burger King food items, and I got a few laughs out of it. So it was like $3 or $4 at Burger King. Okay, this one I don't have the cover, unfortunately, but it's a good game. There have been Spider-Man games that have been terrible. This is one of the better ones. Spider-Man 2 was good. Web of Shadows is actually a decent Spider-Man game. And the upcoming Spider-Man game looks like it's going to be really good. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Bully. This is a phenomenal game. Rockstar did an amazing job. They also had this version available, or they had Bully available for the PlayStation 2 first. And just an excellent, excellent game. Very fun. I love the open world sandbox type games. Has a great sense of humor. It has been confirmed, or at least I heard that the composer said that he's going to start work on doing the music for Bully 2. So I'm excited about this because I really like the first one. Dead Space, man, EA Games did an amazing job with this game. When I first heard about this game or saw screenshots, I think I first saw the screenshots when BioShock, the first BioShock, was doing fantastic. And I'm like, oh man, I played through BioShock. BioShock is fantastic, but it looks like this is just a ripoff. This is not a ripoff of BioShock. It's totally different storyline. It's not first person, it's third person. There's a lot more scary moments, in my opinion, in this one than in BioShock. Or at least moments to jump compared with BioShock or BioShock 2. And definitely a fantastic, gorgeous, gorgeous looking game. Naruto, Rise of a Ninja, amazing looking game. It looks like you're playing an anime. Music's very good, really impressive. A lot of times with these anime or movie tie-ins into games, they're usually not very good, but Namco and Ubisoft did an amazing job with this one. Ninja Gaiden 2. This is an amazing game. I loved Ninja Gaiden Black for the original Xbox. I should pick up the other, both Ninja Gaiden games for the PlayStation 3, but this game is gorgeous. It's super hard. It's not for everyone, but I guess a glutton for punishment, because this game is just amazing. It's awesome. Banjo and Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. People are still wanting the official real sequel to Banjo-Tooie, and this wasn't quite it, but this game, for what it was okay. A lot of people were really disappointed that there wasn't a true sequel to Banjo-Tooie, if I'm saying it right. Hopefully Rare will, this is one of the most important Rare franchises in my opinion. Hopefully they'll make another one really, really soon, because it's been, I think, close to 2 years. Yeah, it's getting close to 2 years. Hopefully they'll make a new one in the near future, because this is a solid franchise, and Microsoft paid a lot of money for Rare. Armored Core 4. This is, I'm a big Armored Core fan. I played the Armored Core games for the PlayStation 1, and I loved them. They were amazing. And this one's fantastic as well. It's definitely worth picking up. There's tons of different Armored Core games you can get for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and there are some differences. You might want to check some reviews, but I'm a big fan of the Armored Core games. Okay, Alan Wake, the Limited Collector's Edition. This is such an awesome game. Gorgeous looking game. Remedy spent a long time. I'm really hoping that Microsoft makes a choice soon. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Remedy, this is an Xbox 360 exclusive, and Remedy actually even said to Microsoft, we would be interested in talking to you about doing a sequel, and Microsoft hasn't responded. I'll tell you why I'm kind of concerned about this. I think this game is worthy of a sequel. When Crackdown came out for the Xbox, it did very well. Crackdown probably did a lot better than Alan Wake. However, with Crackdown, I think it was Real Time Worlds approached Microsoft, said, yeah, we'd be interested maybe in doing a sequel, we want to talk about it. Microsoft never responded. Because they didn't respond, the company that did Crackdown ended up doing APB for EA, which is fine, but there could have been a sequel a lot sooner instead of having Roughing Games or whoever made the Crackdown 2. It would have been the original people that made the first Crackdown game. The Crackdown 2, there's some issues, but I'm really hoping the same thing won't happen with Alan Wake. I hope Microsoft makes a choice soon and to not waste any of Remedy's time, because they're an amazing developer, and hopefully they'll make a choice soon. Forza Motorsport 2, this is a great racing game. I'm hoping you get Forza 3 in the near future, because that one's definitely a solid racing game, but I've really enjoyed the second one. Project Gotham Racing 4, this is an extremely fun racing game, very solid, definitely worth picking up. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, they're going to have these games, wrestling games. These games sell very well, and just a solid addition. Burnout Paradise, a gorgeous looking open world racing game, very fun, great soundtrack. Tony Hawk's Project 8, a very fun skateboarding game. NBA Street Home Court, this is a really good looking street basketball game with some insane special moves to pull off, and really fun. Sega Superstars Tennis, fun tennis game. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2007. The next time I go to EA Games to test out one of their games, I'll probably pick up Tiger Woods 2011. Another Burger King game, Big Bumpin'. This is kind of like a bumper car game, but has a mix of like bumper car / hockey, where you have to knock a massive puck into the opponent's goal, and actually not bad. Like I said, I paid $3 or $4 at Burger King, and something different. At the time when I got this, I had no Xbox 360 games, and I just a couple. And when I got this, I was excited because I didn't have much of a collection. And this game, actually, the Virtua Tennis 3, in my opinion, is better than the Sega Superstars Tennis. I spent a lot of hours in this game, and I really enjoyed playing the mini games that are involved for this. It's very solid. Red Alert 3, a gorgeous looking RTS with some pretty interesting actors that they chose for the game. Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. This is the Target edition, where it included 5 collectible cards where you put up to the vision camera, and the different pinata appear in your garden. Beautiful Katamari. This is an extremely fun game. Namco did an amazing job. It is so fantastic. Play the demo when you get the chance. It's not for everyone, but I really enjoyed it. Sega's Universe at War. Sega has been known to release a lot of different strategy games. This is a solid strategy game for the home console. This is an interesting one. This is the End War Limited Edition Headset Edition. This is by Ubisoft, and this is where basically most of the game can be played just through your voice commands. Very interesting RTS and decent visuals. It came with the official Xbox 360 wireless microphone, and these things sell around $50. The thing broke in less than a year. I called Microsoft, and I guess they said that there's only like a 3-month warranty. I would have been, I was upset, but I would have been a lot more upset because I got this on sale for around the price of a regular game. If I spent $50 or $60 on this and it broke in less than a year, and Microsoft told me that I only had, 3-month warranty, I would have been really upset. I was upset, but I would have been even more upset. War Tag. Now, this game actually did not do very well at retail, but it is a very fun arcade shooter. I also was able to go online with it. It's a solid shooter. I think actually just recently there was a sequel for it. I could be wrong, but I think there was a sequel in Japan that recently came out. And just very fun. I spent a lot of hours on this game. I'm a big fan of the Raiden games. Raiden 4 is the limited edition, which comes with the soundtrack. Just a solid game. I've been playing this franchise for years. Death Smiles. I've had so much fun with this shooter. This is such an amazing game. This is the limited edition, which comes with the faceplate and the soundtrack, and I've just put hours into this game. Really solid, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Fallout 3, the Collector's Edition. This is a very solid RPG. I'm really looking forward to see more on Fallout New Vegas. This is just a very extremely fun game. It's sometimes a little overwhelming at all the things you can do. It's very open world, very similar to Oblivion, and definitely worth picking up if you haven't picked it up already. Tales of Vesperia, definitely my favorite RPG so far on the Xbox 360. Probably my favorite RPG for this current generation of consoles. Just so amazing, just a gorgeous looking game. I'm really hoping they'll make a sequel to the first Tales of Vesperia. An epic story, epic soundtrack. Just, you know, this is one of the reasons why I got into gaming. Just an amazing game. Phantasy Star Universe. This has a campaign, but it's also an MMO. And very actually fun game. I haven't been able to go online with it. I think this you pay like $10 or $15 a month. I guess there's, you know, people still playing it online, but actually was pretty enjoyable from what I played for the campaign. Fable 2, gorgeous looking game. Fable 3 looks very interesting. This is the limited collector's edition, and not the best collector's edition I've ever received, but besides that, just a really cool game with a really interesting story. Infinite Undiscovery. This is actually an interesting game, an interesting RPG, and I had fun for the amount of time I've been able to play with it. I'm really hoping to play more of this one. Oblivion, I put hours into this game. This is an amazing RPG. I still need to finish. I have Shivering Isles on my hard drive. I still need to finish that. But just so much to do. I know a lot of times these games have expansions or add-ons. For the most part, a lot of these people sometimes before they download those things, they don't even finish the campaign. But this is a very awesome collector's edition. A lot of cool things in it, and just a solid game. Not a solid game, Two Worlds. I ended up getting this collector's edition, which actually is a pretty cool collector's edition. I got it for $5, and a lot of people told me I paid too much money. But the second one, actually, I'm interested to learn more about that one. It looks interesting. I'm hoping that they correct the problems in this one because it really had some real true potential. You could go online and play people, but maybe I need to give this one another chance. Maybe not. Star Ocean: The Last Hope, a gorgeous looking RPG. I really want to play more of this game. Very fun. Really enjoyed it. Star Ocean games are fantastic. They're some of the best-selling RPGs, or the series is some of the best-selling RPGs in Japan. This is just a very amazing game. They also have this game available for the PlayStation 3. Eternal Sonata. Namco did another amazing job with this RPG. In my opinion, not as good as Tales of Vesperia, but definitely worth picking up if you're into role-playing games. Lost Odyssey. This is a game, I think it takes up 4 DVDs. It's a gorgeous game powered by the Unreal 3 engine, and a lot of people really want a sequel for this one. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but regardless, any of you guys that don't have this and are into role-playing games, this is another role-playing game you really should consider getting. Sacred 2. This actually is a game that actually, for people who had an Xbox 360 in Japan, this game actually did quite well. It has online co-op, very interesting hack and slash game, and very different from a lot of the other Xbox 360 RPGs. This is an action RPG, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I had a lot of fun with this game. I thought it was pretty solid. I haven't gotten the second one yet, but really fun. Really enjoyed it. The Last Remnant, there were definitely some technical issues with this game, but after I installed it on my hard drive, a lot of those issues were taken away. Just a really, really good looking game. This is another game that's powered by the Unreal 3 engine. Solid RPG. Now, the same folks that were responsible for developing Demon's Souls brought us this RPG. I believe, I might be wrong, but I think this is the first RPG that was released for the Xbox 360. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was the first JRPG released for the Xbox 360, but actually pretty decent, and I recommend that you check it out. Blue Dragon, I was a little bit disappointed with this RPG, but regardless, I played through it and actually really did enjoy it. I was kind of wishing some things were better, but definitely a solid turn-based RPG with some pretty impressive visuals. Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, if you don't have these games, you're in RPGs, and you have an Xbox 360, definitely pick these two games up. They're amazing, they're awesome, and the collector's editions that were available for this series is very good. Really looking forward to the third one. Rock Band, a solid music rhythm game, really enjoyed it. You're in the Movies, wasn't sure what to categorize this game, but I played it for a couple hours, enjoyed it, played it some more, and it's not a very good game. It uses the Vision camera, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. Lips with the wireless microphones is a very solid music rhythm game. I got this game for my daughter. It is Disney's Sing It. It came with the microphone. I got it on clearance for like $10, but not that great. I was also able to pick up the Beatles Rock Band Special Edition. I was able to get this on clearance for a little over $60. It has a wireless drum set, wireless guitar, a microphone, and the Beatles Rock Band game. And the game is actually pretty fantastic. And I was really glad I was able to pick this one up. Okay, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Well, what can really be said about this game? There's still tons of people playing this. Just a solid first-person shooter. Modern Warfare 2, they upped the graphics. They did a lot more to try to improve it. A lot of people kind of went back to the first Modern Warfare game, but I really enjoyed this one for the time that I spent for it. Half-Life, the orange box. If you don't have this, definitely pick it up. Just a lot of value. The campaign for Half-Life 2 is just unbelievable, along with the 2 episodes. Darkness, a very interesting first-person shooter based on a Dark Horse comic, I believe, and just a solid first-person shooter. This is actually a solid first-person shooter, 007 Quantum of Solace. Had a lot of fun with this one. I think the same graphics engine that was used for Call of Duty 4 was used for this one. Call of Duty 2, really enjoyed that one. Wolfenstein, actually a solid first-person shooter. I know it didn't do that great for sales, but I really enjoyed it, and I definitely would recommend that you check it out. Turok, really interesting first-person shooter where not only do you have to worry about enemies, but you have to worry about other dinosaurs. Bad Company 2, one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. Amazing online game. The campaign's really good too. Left 4 Dead, this game is a very awesome first-person shooter. The second one, I'm really hoping to get one of these days now. Rainbow Six Vegas 2, just a great-looking first-person shooter game. I was able to get this one and just really enjoyed it. Halo 3, I'm actually really looking forward to Halo Reach. I really enjoyed the multiplayer for Halo 3, and I thought that ending was just totally epic. I thought the ending for Halo 3 ODST was also pretty epic, but I thought, it was a little bit repetitive at times. The firefight was pretty interesting. I was able to go online and play that and actually had a good time. Shadowrun, which actually was pretty fun, pretty decent. I'm not sure if people are still playing this game online, but I really enjoyed it when I got to play it. I wish I got to play it more. And maybe in the near future I'll check it out again. Just a very, very interesting third-person shooter. Very, very cool multiplayer. I think it's only online multiplayer. There's no campaign, but it's very cool. Okay, Street Fighter 4. I recently got to go to an arcade where they had a couple Street Fighter 4 cabinets, and I was amazed at how amazing of a job Capcom did for porting this game to from the arcade to the consoles. This is just an amazing game. The collector's edition just has a lot of great stuff like the soundtrack and a character and a collector's handbook and also a movie. I love this game. I still play this game. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous fighting game. Dead or Alive 4. I'm hoping the 5th one will be released soon. People still play this game online. Just very fun. Just gorgeous. I used the arcade. I have a couple arcade controllers that I use with this, and it's just solid. Blaze Blue, one of the best fighting games I've played, and this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking game. If you can find this game for the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, definitely pick it up. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe is a very, very solid fighting game. I really recommend that you pick this one up. Fight Night Round 3. I know I said this last time. I really did enjoy the 4th one, but I really enjoyed Round 3. This is one of the first Xbox 360 games I got, and I really, really loved it. Battle Fantasia. The same folks that actually brought us Blaze Blue brought us this one. This is an amazing fighting game, and I highly recommend that you pick it up if you can, because it's a different fighting game, and it's a lot of fun. It actually has an interesting story depending upon which characters that you play for the campaign. Virtua Fighter 5, one of my better fighting games for the Xbox 360. I'm really hoping that Sega releases a new Virtua Fighter game in the near future, because I love this one, and I thought they did an amazing job with it. I played it online and off, and it was just so much fun. Soul Calibur 4, this is the limited edition, which includes a t-shirt. But I played this game. I loved the second one. I never got the chance to play the third one, but I played this. It's fun. It's okay. I just was kind of disappointed because I liked the second one so much. And finally, the Tekken 6 with the wireless fight stick. This is a very, very fun game, and the controller is actually pretty solid. I did an unboxing for this game, which you can check out, the appropriate link. But just a great game. I was able to pick this up for around $60 with free shipping during a big sale that was going on. And I'm so glad that I did, because the controller's fantastic, and also the game I've really, really enjoyed. Well guys, there's my Xbox 360 game collection. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.